The 1987 Pontiac Pursuit. A concept car that showed us what cars might look like in the future. General Motors Pontiac division created this car to showcase new ideas in car technology and style. The Pontiac Pursuit first appeared at the 1987 Chicago Auto Show, turning heads with its futuristic look. It was a two-door car with 4 seats and a roof you could take off, giving drivers the option to feel the wind in their hair. The car was 187.9 inches long with a wheelbase of 117.4 inches. One cool feature was its wheel covers that moved with the wheels, helping the car cut through the air more easily. Under the hood, the Pursuit had a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that made 200 horsepower. That's a lot of power for such a small engine. It came with a 5-speed manual transmission, letting drivers really feel connected to the car. The Pursuit was front-wheel drive, which helped it handle well on the road. The Pursuit was packed with new technology. It had a special steering system called steer-by-wire that used electric motors instead of mechanical parts to control the wheels. This made steering more precise. The car also had an early version of what we now call an infotainment system, with updates about the car's location using satellites. Remember, this was before GPS was available for everyday use. Another smart feature was a built-in child seat that folded out from the back seat. This idea was so good that other car makers started using it too. The Pursuit also had a head-up display, which showed important driving information on the windshield so drivers could keep their eyes on the road. The Pursuit looked sleek and smooth on the outside, with rounded lines to help it slip through the air. Inside, it had a steering wheel shaped like a yoke that only needed to turn halfway around to go from full left to full right. This made steering quick, but might have been tricky to get used to. The dashboard was all digital, which was rare back then, showing all the important info in a clear, modern way. Even though the Pontiac Pursuit never made it to dealerships, it had a big impact on the car world. It showed what was possible when car makers think outside the box. Many of its features, like the advanced steering system and built-in child seats, are common in cars today. The Pursuit even had a small part in the movie Back to the Future Part 2, which helped make it famous. The ideas from the Pursuit helped shape other GM projects like the GM EV1 electric car. Both cars focused on smooth shapes and new technology. Although Pontiac stopped making cars in 2010, the ideas from the Pursuit are still influencing how cars are designed and built today. The Isera Commandatore 112i is a car that really stands out in automotive history. It all started with Eberhard Schultz, a skilled engineer who loved building cars. In 1971, Schultz made the Arator GT, a homemade sports car that showed off his engineering skills. This car opened doors for him at Porsche and Mercedes-Benz, letting him grow as an engineer and eventually start Isera in 1982. Now, Isera began with Schultz's dream to make unique, high-performance cars. Before the Commandatore 112i, Isera made the Imperator 108i, which was known for its advanced design, but Schultz wanted to do more, so in 1993, he showed off the Commandatore 112y at the Frankfurt Motor Show. This car wasn't just meant to be fast, it was designed to compete in the 24 Hours of Le Mans race. The 6.0-liter Mercedes-Benz M120 V12 engine is a key part of the Commandatore 112i's design. This powerful engine, also used in the Pagani Zonda, makes over 400 horsepower, letting the car reach amazing speeds. The Commandatore 112i can go up to 211 miles per hour and speed up from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.7 seconds. This performance comes from careful engineering and design, including a special 6-speed manual transmission made by changing a 5-speed unit from roof automobile. The car's suspension system and ABS brakes, shared with the Porsche 928, make it perform even better, while the headlights from the Porsche 968 give it a unique look. The M120 V12 engine was a masterpiece of engineering. Known for running smoothly and being reliable, this engine could make a lot of power and torque. In the Commandatore, it was paired with a specially designed manual transmission to get the most out of it. The engine's position in the car, just in front of the rear axle, helped balance the car's weight and improve handling. This setup, combined with the car's light build and advanced aerodynamics, let the Commandatore reach its impressive top speed and quick acceleration. Using high-quality parts and careful engineering made sure the engine worked at its best, making the Commendatore a true high-performance machine. One of the most innovative things about the Commendatore is how it focuses on aerodynamics. The car has gull-wing doors and an engine cover that not only look cool, but also work well, making it easier to get in and out and reducing drag. The flat bottom and periscope rear-view mirror also help it slip through the air better. The car's active rear air brake, which pops up when braking to act as a wind deflector, was a new feature that set a new standard for fast cars. These design elements helped the car achieve an impressive drag coefficient of 0.306, showing Schultz's commitment to cutting-edge technology. Inside the Commendatore, you can see the focus on luxury and technology. The interior has custom blue and black leather seats, making it stylish and comfortable for the driver and passenger. Recaro sports seats provide great support during fast driving, while a good sound system and air conditioning keep everyone comfortable and entertained. The wide door sills hold 2 fuel tanks, showing that the car was designed for both performance and practicality. The dashboard instruments, which come from Mercedes-Benz, include a speedometer that can read up to 249 miles per hour. Despite its advanced design and impressive performance, the Commendatore 112i faced big money problems. In the early 1990s, there was an economic downturn in Japan, where a lot of Isera's funding came from. This financial instability forced Isera into bankruptcy, and the company could only make one prototype. The prototype, however, became a highly valued collector's item. Another frame and body molds were sold to an enthusiast who eventually finished a second car, though this version isn't officially recognized by Isera. The original prototype of the Commendatore remains an important piece of car history. With only about 10,500 kilometers on the odometer, it continues to interest car enthusiasts with its unique design, advanced technology, and the story of ambition and innovation that brought it to life. Eberhard Schultz's vision for the Commendatore 112 represents a remarkable chapter in the world of high-performance cars, showing what could have been a groundbreaking entry into the supercar market and motorsport. The AMC Amatron. Back in the 1960s, people started getting worried about the environment and running out of oil. Car companies began looking for ways to make cars that didn't need gasoline. AMC, a company known for trying new things, decided to jump into the world of electric cars. They teamed up with Galton Industries, who knew a lot about batteries, to bring their idea to life. Richard Teague, the head designer at AMC, played a big part in creating the Amatron. He wanted to make a small, high-tech car that would work well in cities. The goal was to make an electric car that could go a long way on one charge, which was really hard to do back then. The Amatron was like a test car for new ideas that could help make better electric cars in the future. During this time, car companies were starting to realize they needed to make cars that didn't pollute as much and used less fuel. The Amatron was part of AMC's effort to be at the front of this movement, trying out new ways to make cars better for the environment. The Amatron looked really different from other cars at the time. It had a wedge shape instead of being round like most cars. This shape wasn't just for looks, it helped the car move through the air more easily, which made it more efficient. Even though it was small on the outside, the inside was designed cleverly to make the most of the space. It could fit 3 people sitting side by side, which was pretty impressive for such a small car. One of the coolest things about the Amatron was its battery system. It used 2 different kinds of batteries working together: lithium nickel fluoride and nickel cadmium. This smart combination let the car go about 150 miles on one charge, which was really good for back then. The car also had a special braking system that helped charge the batteries when the car slowed down. This showed how AMC was thinking ahead with their designs. Inside the Amatron, things were just as innovative. The seats could be blown up or deflated, which was a clever way to save space and make the car lighter. The dashboard was simple and easy to use, with all the controls easy to reach. This made the Amatron user-friendly, even for people who weren't used to electric cars. Now, let's talk about some numbers. The Amatron was tiny, just 85 inches long and weighing only 1,100 pounds. This made it super easy to drive and park in busy cities. The battery setup was really important. By using two different types of batteries, AMC found a way to get good performance and a long driving range. The lithium nickel fluoride batteries helped the car go far, while the nickel cadmium batteries were tough and could handle being charged and used a lot. The Amatron wasn't built for speed. It was made for driving in cities where you don't need to go super fast. The focus was on making it efficient and practical, perfect for getting around town without using any gas. When AMC showed off the Amatron in 1967, people got really excited. They loved its futuristic look and all the new technology inside. The idea of an electric car that could go so far on one charge was amazing to people. But even though everyone liked it, there were some big problems that stopped the Amatron from being made for people to buy. The main problem was that the batteries were really expensive. Back then, the technology for making good, affordable batteries was still new. This made it hard to make an electric car that didn't cost too much compared to regular cars. Also, there weren't many places to charge electric cars back then, which made it hard for people to use them every day. Even though the Amatron never made it to the streets, it had a big impact on the car world. It showed that electric cars could be practical and look good too. The ideas and technologies from the Amatron helped shape the electric cars we see today. In fact, AMC brought back the Amatron idea in 1977, calling it the Electron. This new version had some updates like side mirrors and a new paint job, but it was just for show and didn't actually have an engine. The Amatron's focus on being lightweight, efficient, and using advanced batteries set a standard for future electric cars. Many of its features, like the special braking system and using different types of batteries together, are common in today's electric cars. The Amatron helped change how people thought about electric vehicles, showing they could be real alternatives to gas-powered cars.